Arcane Season 2 won't be the League of Legends franchise's finale. With the first volume of Arcane Season 2 set to premiere on November 9th, Linke explained why the series is coming to a close with the upcoming batch of episodes. The co-creator explained that concluding the story with Season 2 wasn't a difficult decision, as they had a set direction in mind from the beginning, rather than leaving things open-ended for multiple seasons. Well, honestly, it was pretty natural. We always thought of it as a particular story. It wasn't just like, hey, let's set up a bunch of characters and they kind of go where they go. It was always just like, no, there's a story we want to tell. Affirming that they had explored every detail that they hoped to cover, Linke stated that he felt like it had always been vital to know when to end a tale, particularly in the realm of TV, and as such is proud to be ending the show on their own terms. See the rest of what Linke shared below. So I think it was just that, this is the story that we wanted to tell. I think we also just believe in knowing when to end is very important, especially with TV shows. I think, to us, it just made sense creatively. The animated series made its debut in November 2021, instantly garnering praise from critics and viewers alike. 3 years later, the show is finally returning for a much-awaited second season. Arcane Season 2, which also serves as the series' final chapter, is scheduled to release on Netflix on November 9th. Trailers and clips for Arcane Season 2 quietly set up some pretty big clues about how the animated series will end and build to League of Legends. However, Linke's comments do suggest that the arcs involving Jinx and Vi will come to a definitive conclusion rather than leave any dangling story threads. As such, it would be safe to assume most of the cast won't return in future series, particularly with Linke having told Screen Rant directly that Arcane would be just the first of their TV adaptations of the hit MMORPG franchise. Absolutely. Arcane is just the first one. We're working on a bunch of new projects, a bunch of new stories from across the different regions and characters of our IP, and some of them are actually continuations of character stories from Arcane. So, definitely, there are some character stories that we want to continue. So, really, Arcane is the true first. This is the first right that we had to survive and figure out, can we do this? And now we can kind of dream bigger, which is really awesome. Co-creator Christian Linke confirms more Arcane stories after Season 2. Linke has stated that his team is currently working on multiple League of Legends projects to further the Arcane IP. The Emmy-winning TV writer disclosed his future plans with Arcane, post-Season 2, in a recent interview with Screen Rant. In the discussion, Linke reassured fans that Arcane is just the beginning, as he is presently developing more stories. Arcane is just the first one. We're working on a bunch of new projects, a bunch of new stories from across the different regions and characters of our IP, he confirmed. Some of them are actually continuations of character stories from Arcane, the writer further stated. Linke also hinted at the problems he faced during the production of Arcane Seasons 1 and 2. Nevertheless, the multifaceted artist seemed confident about the future of the franchise after successfully evading development issues with Arcane. This is the first right that we had to survive and figure out, can we do this? And now we can kind of dream bigger, which is really awesome, Linke added. Despite the affirmations from Arcane's co-creator, it remains unknown as to what League of Legends storylines will be explored next. Fans will have to wait and see Arcane Season 2 in order to make an appropriate estimate as to what characters will continue in Linke's envisioned plans for the franchise.